Hello, here I'm going to talk to you about SubD modelling, and this is how I create a lot of my basic shapes and things for the sculpts that I do. And this is my basic head, that comes from basically the doll stuff that I used to do. I used to make a lot of these things in SubDs. You can manipulate them and turn them into meshes quite nicely. They're very crude, but they're a quick way of making shapes which you can control quite well. So you can select parts and move them about, manipulate them quite easily, and they make very low poly meshes. You can control the size of them as well. And how to make one. So in this program, which is Freeform, a Geomagic program, which is halfway between a sculpting program and a kind of CAD program. It has a lot of features of both. So you can manipulate points and morph around this thing. You can mirror constraints on there. And so here I'm just basically making a head shape, very crudely. Another thing that this program's used a lot for is making tooling as well. So a lot of companies that make sprues for miniatures and things, they'll use this as one of the final programs that they have. So here I'm making a chin there, and it's all really box shaped at the moment, but the more lines you add, the more divided subdivisions you add. But at this stage I like to keep it fairly simple, so the more I can do with the less lines possible, because you end up with a smaller mesh and stuff and less complex. You can actually make add creasing to these points and things like that to create sharper points and things like that, but doing these kind of head things, you don't really need to do that. Yeah, so as you can see, that's pretty crude. So now I would have finished that, brought that head in. I'm bringing it into ZBrush, so there's you bring in the Polymesh 3D thing, and then you press T on it, and it turns it into a proper thing that you can sculpt on. As you can see, now I'm opening up, doing the import, and I'm finding my head sculpt, and they've got the head basic there, Mao. Brought it in, and now I can sculpt on that if I wish, but it's quite low poly, so I'd want to increase the resolution on that. There's some eyes, so, and that you can import, and now you can insert the eyes, and because they were in the same place, they'll be in the same place. You can always export it as an obj file from the other program, from Freeform, and then they'll be in the same place, and just install it as one thing. Anyway, thanks. That's the end of the video.